I've been very clear that I do not want to litigate my divorce publicly. I don't think it serves in the best interest of the kids. Dorit's choices and how she uses her platform are her choices. I can't control that. I think her story is her story, and that's her perspective. My story and my perspective is clearly different.
The cameras caught the glamour, the diamonds, the designer bags, the Beverly Hills lifestyle. But behind the velvet curtains of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills,
I can afford to spend $4,000. I'm very lucky to.
Yes. By the way, I'm not in the same financial position as you. I'm sorry.
How do
So
you know
that's
my
one
financial position?
Well, the house is being foreclosed on.
something far darker was happening. A mansion drowning in debt, marriage collapsing in real time. And now, leaked bank statements, explosive text messages, and a $6 million foreclosure nightmare threatening to expose everything. Because according to shocking court filings,
last year on this stage, we talked about the news that your home had gone into pre-foreclosure. You said at the time that PK had resolved it.
Yes, or so I thought. By the way, it is in pre-foreclosure, and PK hadn't been paying the mortgage. PK is saying he's going to bring the house current, then I'm going to put the house on the market and find a house for the kids and I.
Dorit Kemsley allegedly spent nearly $1 million on luxury fashion, while the family home spiraled toward public auction. And if the documents are true, this may be one of the messiest celebrity financial scandals reality TV has ever seen. It started with rumors. For months, fans questioned whether Dorit and Paul PK Kemsley were quietly falling apart behind closed doors. Their relationship on screen already looked strained. The chemistry was fading. The tension was obvious. But nobody expected the receipts to look this bad. Then came the podcast appearance that changed everything. PK appeared publicly and dropped subtle but devastating hints about the divorce. He claimed fame and reality television changed Dorit. He insisted he didn't want to litigate the divorce publicly, but every sentence sounded like the opening shot of a war. And then, he mentioned missing his friendship with Lisa Vanderpump. For longtime Bravo fans, that was not random. That was strategic. Because Lisa and Dorit's infamous fallout became one of the biggest scandals in Housewives history. By publicly aligning himself with Lisa again, PK was essentially signaling that the alliances had shifted, and Dorit might now be standing alone. But that was only the beginning. Days later, leaked court documents exploded across the internet. And suddenly, this wasn't reality TV drama anymore. This was financial destruction. According to the filings, PK accused Dorit of spending more than $995,000 on luxury shopping in a single year. Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Hermes, Gucci, Paris shopping sprees, Melbourne boutiques. Massive designer purchases stacked one after another like a billionaire gone reckless. One filing allegedly showed over $200,000 spent in just 2 months. 2 months. While at the same time, their Los Angeles mansion was reportedly drowning in over $6 million of mortgage debt. And that's where things became truly unbelievable. Because PK claimed he had spent months warning Dorit that the house was heading toward foreclosure unless they sold it immediately. According to him, he tried negotiating with lenders. He pushed for agreements. He even suggested moving Dorit and the children temporarily while they stabilized financially. But he claims she refused. Then came the leaked texts. And this is where the story turned toxic. One message from PK reportedly told Dorit he had reviewed 6 months of her bank statements, and what he saw was incredibly troubling. He accused her of spending hundreds of thousands on clothes while simultaneously claiming she had no money for family expenses. But Dorit fired back. Instead of directly addressing the spending accusations, she accused PK of being absent from the children's lives and creating instability for the family. And the deeper the texts went, the uglier things became. At one point, PK introduced a new name into the scandal: Tatiana, his alleged new girlfriend. And suddenly, what started as a financial crisis transformed into a brutal emotional collapse playing out through screenshots. Dorit accused PK of handling things publicly instead of privately. PK accused Dorit of manipulating narratives. Both accused each other of damaging the children. And then came the most disturbing moment of all. Their 10-year-old daughter allegedly became caught in the middle. Court filings included messages between PK and his daughter discussing spring break vacations and money. PK later claimed Dorit was using the child to pressure him financially. Whether true or not, the optics were heartbreaking. Because once children become part of the battlefield, celebrity divorces stop feeling glamorous very quickly. But the financial numbers somehow got even worse. Another court breakdown allegedly revealed that PK himself may not actually be wealthy at all. According to the documents, he reportedly earned millions, but also borrowed heavily just to maintain the lifestyle. Loans, debt, mounting expenses. One attorney involved in discussing the case publicly described the entire situation as a sinking ship. And Dorit's spending figures? Even more alarming. The filings allegedly claimed she spent nearly 75% of her available funds on personal expenses, while only a fraction went toward family-related costs. Then came the final bombshell. A foreclosure auction date. May 20th. Their mansion, the symbol of their luxury Beverly Hills image, was suddenly facing public sale. And if that wasn't enough, another issue reportedly emerged involving the legal status of the entity connected to the house itself, potentially limiting Dorit's ability to fight the foreclosure quickly. At this point, fans began asking the same question. Was PK genuinely trying to save the family from financial collapse? Or was this a calculated pressure campaign designed to force Dorit into surrendering the house? Because both sides are telling completely different stories. PK's side claims he's the responsible parent trying to stop financial ruin. Dorit's side accuses him of financial manipulation, unpaid utility bills, and intentionally creating chaos to force her out. And honestly, the truth may be somewhere in the middle. But one thing is undeniable. The illusion is shattered. For years, viewers watched the designer outfits, luxury vacations, and Beverly Hills glam believing they were seeing wealth beyond imagination. Now, leaked statements suggest much of that lifestyle may have been financed through debt, loans, and financial smokescreens. And that's why this scandal is hitting so hard online, because it taps into something bigger than celebrity gossip. It exposes the terrifying pressure of maintaining appearances in a world obsessed with luxury. But this story is far from over, because if more bank statements leak, if more texts emerge, or if that $6 million home actually goes to auction, this celebrity collapse could become one of the biggest reality TV financial scandals in years.